Welcome back our defending champion, Aryna Sabalenka. Aryna, welcome back to Melbourne. Just talk a little bit about the start to your season and the great result in Brisbane last week.
Yeah, I'm happy with the start of the season. Can't complain, and just super happy to be back in Melbourne. And yeah, I'm excited to start playing my first match.
Okay, just raise your hand if you have a question.
Well, that was quick, okay.
Questions for, oh yeah, James, yeah.
It's so long since you've lost a Grand Slam match on a hard court. Is there a feeling of invincibility on surfaces like this at Grand Slams?
Well, I haven't think about that actually, but yeah, it's been a while. But I mean, I'm not thinking about that kind of stuff. I'm just focusing on myself and trying to improve myself every day, and really hoping that I can continue doing what I'm doing on the Grand Slams.
Courtney up the back.
How much does the successful attempt to defend the title here last year help you this year, like in terms of another title defense? Like, what were the keys that you take from that, or is it slate clean, doesn't matter?
I don't know. Honestly, I think like every year it's something different. It's different experience. It's the way you feel is different. But I just remember that last year I wasn't thinking at all about being a defending champion, and I was just taking it step by step. And I think that was the key, basically. So this year I'm just gonna be the same, you know. I'll just try to take it step by step and do my best, and hopefully I'll be able to hold this beautiful trophy one more time.
Okay, we'll go Charlie, then Jonathan, and then Kath. Charlie.
Yeah, asked the toughest thing about playing you, or how hard it is to play you. What do you think is kind of the most intimidating thing about playing you, like your biggest weapons?
My biggest weapon? I don't know. I think my power, probably. Power and the way I'm fighting, probably, that I never give up and you always have to finish the match. I think, but main one probably power and fight spirit. I'd say, like, I'll leave it like that.
Has that changed, that level of fighting spirit?
Is it changed?
Has that changed, or has that always been there, do you think, in your game?
I think I've always been that way, but lately I managed to put even more pressure on my opponent and kind of like not giving up even when the situation is really, I don't know, really bad for me. I think you always can improve that thing.
Okay, Jonathan.
You're well aware you can join some legends of the sport by winning a third straight title here. I'm just wondering, are you into your tennis history? Do you sort of read about days gone by and classic matches, things like that, or watch videos?
Not like I'm like reading it every day, the tennis history, you know. It's enough tennis in my life, but of course I know that I have possibility of joining legends, you know, by winning like 3 times in a row. But once again, you know, I don't want to overthink about that. I just want to do my job, and hopefully by the end of this tournament I'll be super proud of myself and I'll be able to put my name in the history.
Okay, we'll go Kath and then Matt.
Hi, Aryna. I saw the Harper's Bazaar video that you did, and you talking in it about just how much you love your life, and like you wouldn't switch with anybody, very understandably. But like some players that have got to the top talk about that being really hard, you know, that feeling of being chased and it being harder chasing for the top than actually being at the top. Like, you seem to wear that pretty lightly. Are there moments when that's hard? Or does it come as sort of naturally as it seems? Yeah,
I think we're all different, but for me, there's just always been something about my character. I always like to compete. I always like to accept like really tough challenges, and for me, being the one to chase, I mean, I don't know, I like it. I like that feeling, you know, and that's what drives me. That's what drives me and help me to stay motivated, because I know that I have target on my back and I really like to have it, and that's why I work really hard, make sure that nobody can get to me. Oh my God, it sounds too too cocky, isn't it?
Okay, Matt.
Hey, Aryna. How was the experience of being #1 this time around different than last year? Did you sort of accept it in a different way, approach it in a different way, think about it differently?
Well, yeah, last time I was #1 for a week probably. It wasn't really a big thing, but I don't know, it's just the ranking, At some point you're not really focusing on that and you're really focusing on yourself. So that's, I guess, my approach. It's not about the ranking. You still have to go out there, you still have to compete, and you still have to prove it every day that you deserve to be where you are.
Okay, we'll do a couple more in English. Ben?
Your first round match, if you haven't been yet, about playing Sloane Stephens, obviously another former major winner. What are your thoughts on playing her? She hasn't won a lot of matches lately, but she's obviously has been very good.
Yeah, I mean, we had great battles in the past, and I think right now she kind of in the mood of nothing to lose. So and she can play really great tennis. So I expect a great battle, and yeah, looking forward facing her again.
Okay, last one, Howard, up the back, the white hat.
What would you say is the biggest thing that changed for you by winning your first Grand Slam title here a couple of years ago?
I think the mindset changed a lot, and approach to the slams is different, and priorities are different, and I would say that mentally I changed a lot. I have that understanding that, okay, I got it, I know how to do that, and I know how to separate on-court and off-court life, because before having this an extra day off would be too much for me, because I would overthink about the upcoming match. So nowadays I really play my match, I do my best, then I just completely, trying to forget about tennis, and the next day I have my heat, and then the rest of the day I try to go for a good dinner, relax, and not really thinking about tennis. So yeah.